Every day I wake up, wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
And it's time for Front Page News.
Good morning, Charlamagne. I'm glad to join you in the coffin this morning.
No, this is the Black Mothership. Don't ever get it effed up, okay? It's the Black Mothership. Good morning, Tesla Figaro. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, Charlamagne the God. Let me get straight into it. I know we need to talk about a lot. Well, yesterday, Tyler Robinson, the man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk, appeared briefly before a judge by video from jail. Let's take a listen to the formal charges.
Tyler Robinson is charged with aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, 2 counts of obstruction of justice, 2 counts of witness tampering, and committing a crime in the presence of a child. Authorities say their evidence includes text messages between Robinson and his roommate.
Roommate, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson, I'm sorry. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out.
Now, the FBI said that Robinson used the chat app Discord to tell at least 20 friends that he shot Kirk. So the FBI is questioning those individuals. And speaking of questioning, Charlamagne, Democrats brought FBI Director Kash Patel before Congress yesterday to question him about his inconsistencies during the investigation. And Senator Cory Booker basically reminded Patel that he too might be fired. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long.
What they mad at Kash Patel about? Like, what was that about?
They mad at him because he had the inconsistencies. Remember, he said first, we got the guy, we got him in custody, and then he went back and said they didn't have him in custody. And then today, and I'm going to bring you more of that tomorrow, today they're going to get into asking more questions about the Epstein files. So they're going to ask him a ton of different things. It's not just focused on Charlie Kirk. It's Epstein files, it's Charlie Kirk. Also, the resources they've been diverting to, a lot of the ICE and a lot of stuff that they're spending on that. So they're going to question him on a number of different things. And so we'll be talking about that. If we got a couple of seconds, I do want to talk about a couple of things, Charlamagne, that we did not know about Tyler Robinson. His DNA was found on the trigger of the rifle. The prosecutor said that he wrote in a text that he spent more than a week on planning to kill Kirk. Prosecutors also said that he has not revealed a clear motive at this time, so they still have not landed on a motive. But again, like you heard in the clip, they said he's had enough of his hate.
I'll tell you one thing else about Tyler Robinson. Tyler, I don't care what they tell you. You ain't got no rights, okay? Everything they telling you in court right now about right to counsel and right to remain silent and right to a public and speedy jury trial, no. They already picked and choose what they're going to do to you. You fried, bro.
Yeah.
You fried.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see all 20 people that will see if they'll be, getting in and cooperating with the FBI as well. So, but at 7 o'clock, I want to tell you about the LA Police Department. They released a report on how many projectiles were fired during the June protests. And I want to tell you about the youngest neuroscience student in history. So I see you at 7.
All right. Thank you, Tez. Next
Peace.
up, get it off your chest, 1-800-585-1051. If you want to call up here and tell us why you're blessed, you can do that. If you want to call up here and get something off your chest that's bothering you, you can do that too. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy is off. I don't know where Jess is. I thought Jess was supposed to be here, but I guess she's off too. But LL Cool Bay is here, Loren LoRosa, and it's time for Front Page News.
Absolutely. Good morning, Loren.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Charlamagne the God. Well, let's talk a little bit about, the protests were happening in California. You remember how that was going on this summer, where they actually released a report to talk about how many of those projectiles, which is basically those rubber bullets that were fired into the crowd. So they released a state-mandated report, the LA Police Department, talking about the use of force against the protesters. And they found out, guys, that over 1,000 projectiles, which again are those rubber bullets, were released in one single day in June. So they were definitely, getting it in as far as those protesters were concerned. Now, this was the immigration crackdown when folks came out to, support or to be anti-immigration, and when they deployed the National Guard. So we've been having those conversations, guys. Remember the National Guard, we talked about it yesterday, the National Guard that's in Memphis, how the National Guard will be going to Chicago next. This is the result of that. Now, the issue is in 2021, California restricted the use of these type of rubber bullets, and said that it should only be used in certain circumstances, and they're looking for different ways to have crowd control. So right now they are going through a conversation to see if any of those rules have been violated. And we also have a 9-year-old boy. It's been dark this week. I want to do something positive. I want to tell you about the youngest neuroscience student in history. Let's take a listen to this wonderful story. Take a listen.
Academics has always been easy for this 9-year-old freshman in college. On Monday, he started off his week at Arce College.
Ever since I was 3, a lot younger, I've been watching anatomy videos, and I was always fascinated when I saw the brain.
In a classroom filled with 18 to 20-year-olds, Aiden is working to make his dream come true as a pediatric neurosurgeon.
The reason why I want to be a pediatric neurosurgeon is mainly because, I like helping kids around my age.
3 times a week, Aiden can be seen hitting the books at Arce College. The other days, he's taking virtual classes at Reach Cyber Charter School as a sophomore in high school. At just 9 years old, Aiden Wilkins is the youngest student in history at Arce College.
What a genius.
I know.
What a genius, isn't it? Did you hear how cute he's? Well, yes. When I was 2, a lot younger, he's only 9.
How do y'all know when y'all kids are gifted like that? Like that just happens from birth?
I think all kids are gifted like that. I think what we end up doing is putting kids in a box, right? Like we give kids things like the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, and we think that's all they can handle. And the reason I noticed that is because of how my daughters read. Or I'll be sitting there, last night I'm sitting there watching CNN, and one of my daughters loves to come sit by me, and she'll be talking, and as I'm listening to what she's saying, she's reading the lower thirds. Oh. So the ticker that's going down at the bottom, and she's 6 years old, and she's just reading the ticker. And I last night I was like, man, should I stop her? Because a lot of this stuff is very dark about Charlie Kirk and Tyler Robinson. But I'm like, nah, because she's learning. So let her cook.
Yeah. That's interesting you said that, because he actually was reading street signs at 2 years old. So to answer your question, Loren, he was literally, before kids were even talking, he was doing a lot of reading. So his mother, I did some additional digging and looked into the story. His mother was like, yeah, he's really gifted, and started putting him, into different programs. And I want to ask you guys about that, because, sometimes he's a sophomore in high school. And I know you've probably heard conversation before with, should you let kids just stay on pace, or should you go ahead and let them advance and not really have that traditional, traditional school with their age? What do you guys think about that? Do you think, that's cool to have him, be a sophomore at 9 years old in high school?
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, because what else do you do? If he don't, you waste his time anywhere else he learning under that.
Mm-hmm. And I doubt he's actually going to the school. I'm sure he's getting home trained.
No, he's actually going to, he's at a charter school. So he's attending high school. Mm-hmm. He's attending high school. And so half of his day, he's actually going to the actual college to take these neuroscience classes. So he, does half his day at his regular charter school, and then half the day, actually in class with these 18, 19-year-olds.
I don't have a problem with it, but I was also born in 1978, and I grew up off Doogie houses. So I thought, 14-year-olds being doctors was a normal thing.
Right. Well, shout out to him. We needed some positive news, so shout out to him. This wonderful story. Shout out little Aiden. Keep it going.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tez, for Front Page News. And listen, man, please remember that Teslin Figaro is going to be on Abby Phillips' show on CNN tomorrow night, and she's going to be in studio with us tomorrow doing Front Page News live. But I am really looking forward to seeing Tez on Abby Phillips. They still ain't told you who you're going to be on with?
They still ain't told me. They only tell you the day of. And, Charlamagne, a lot of people don't know that a lot of times we don't get our talking points until the day of. We don't know what the topic is. We don't know who we sit next to. So it's going to be a big surprise. So thank you for putting the pressure on me, brother.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Tez stay ready so she don't got to get ready, okay?
You better believe it.
M16 sniper. What you used to shoot in the Army, Tez?
M60, baby. 23-pound weapon.
Come on now.
I would shoot the M16 as well, but I was a 60 gunner.
Come on now. All right, tell them where to follow you, Ted.
Follow me on Instagram, guys, at Teslin Figaro. Make sure you tap in. I'm always, talking about different subjects, and still the podcast with Black Effect Podcast Network. Check that out. 5 years strong, so a lot of content there as well.
That's right.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?